my name is Lucy and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button because I would love to have you back for more of my videos. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. Thank you so much for watching another video. I love you guys so much. Before I get into this video, I just want to say I hope you're all safe and well and that you're healthy. You're probably still in lockdown as you're watching this video, but I hope that you're staying as positive as you possibly can. As you will probably have been able to tell by the title, today it's going to be about online assessments, self-taping, recording assessments. I kind of filmed a video along these kind of lines a couple of weeks ago about video auditions because loads of you guys were messaging me about video auditions and you were all very stressed. So I hope that that video did help you out. I feel this is a older and wiser version of this video. I have now filmed all of my online assessments for Erdang. I've done loads of self-taping, I've made lots of mistakes, and I hope that this video can maybe help you guys out, whether it also helps you towards your video auditions or maybe you have to do assessments for your drama school, anything that this video could hopefully help you out with. And I feel like the next time I do self-tapes, I'm gonna have to look back at this video because I'm gonna have forgotten everything. If this video helps out one person, then that is amazing and makes my day very happy. So if you want to see my tips for self-taping, video auditions, etc., then carry on watching. So I've kind of split this video into sections. So first we're going to talk about setup. Now, you can easily film self-tapes on your phone, on your iPhone, on your Samsung, whatever smartphone you have, you can use your phone. You do not need to invest in a fancy camera. So you want to probably film it landscape. Landscape is so much better because if someone's watching on a computer, which they probably will be, it just looks so much nicer and it just looks more professional. Next thing, I'm kind of going along the vein of acting, singing, self-tapes. I'm not going for dance because it's kind of completely different, but you only really need to be able to see your torso upwards. So what you can see of me just now is absolutely fine. You can see my arms if I move them. You can see my humongous mosquito bite that's made my whole elbow swollen, and you can just kind of see enough that you need to see. You can film self-tape sitting down or standing up, whatever kind of feels right for your character. If you feel like your character would be seated, then go for it, but if you feel like they need more of a presence, then maybe stand up. You want to film on a blank white wall if possible. Obviously, if you don't have a single white wall in your house, it doesn't matter. Just film on a light coloured or kind of muted colour. You don't want to be filming on a bright purple background because it's really going to distract from your performance. If you can have as clear a background as possible, that would be amazing. So if you don't have plugs and you don't have sockets in, that just looks so much better. But again, if that isn't possible, then don't stress if there's a plug socket in the corner. I'm going to insert now a quick clip of what my setup was for my assessments, just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Next up is lighting. I obviously have a ring light, but most people don't have ring lights, so just film in front of a window. Daylight is actually so much nicer to film in. I always think my videos look better when I film in daylight. I know that's not always possible, but if you can find a blank wall near a window, it's honestly just going to make such a difference. Try and avoid household lights wherever you can, whether that be overhead lights because they're going to give a horrible shadow onto your face, or lamps. Don't try and use a lamp as a ring light because household lights like this are very harsh and aren't as soft as ring lights, which are meant to mimic natural lighting. So film in front of a window where possible and in daylight. And finally, for actually setting up your phone to film, you can purchase a cheap tripod off of Amazon. You can get ones for like £7 for your phone, or if you don't want to invest in one, that's absolutely fine. A pile of books and a water bottle will do the job absolutely fine. Next up is about practice. So you want to practice in the space you're going to film. There's no point in practicing in your bedroom or in your living room the whole time, and then when you go to film, it's the first time you've ever done it in front of that white wall, in front of that space, with the camera in front of you. It can often feel quite tight and you feel like you don't have much space. So practice in the environment and then it will just feel so much more natural when you go to film. Film a practice run in front of the camera. If you haven't filmed yourself before, then you're really going to find it strange watching yourself back, but honestly it's so important, and the more you sit in front of the camera, the more comfortable you get. Along that same vein, ignore the camera. In my videos, I look into the camera because I'm chatting to you guys. However, if you're doing a self-tape, you don't want to be staring the panel right in the face because it might scare them. So just look off center, kind of like this. I'm just looking at the top right hand corner of my camera and I can see the person that I'm talking to in the distance. You don't want to be too far over because if you've gone this way, you've lost my whole face and you can't see my facial expressions, but you do just want to be slightly off camera. If you can, have someone stand there for you and they are the other character you're talking to if you need them to read in lines, or if not, put a piece of tape on the wall, and honestly that works absolutely fine. It's really important to maintain your focus on who you're speaking to, so having a point I feel just helps you keep coming back to that same point of reference. And finally, consider in your practice that everything comes across larger on camera. I'm not saying necessarily you have to rein everything down. I'm not saying that you need to be bland and not do any expression. However, just be aware, and you will start to notice this as you watch yourself back. The next thing is when you're actually filming, as I said before, make sure you make a tripod. Don't have someone hold the camera for you. If you have someone hold the camera for you, no matter how steady their hand are, it's going to be wobbly and it's going to look off-putting on the video. So just make that massive pile of books and plonk your phone on there, and that's going to work so much better. On that same point, make sure that you use the back camera on your phone, not the selfie camera. The back camera on your phone is just going to be way better quality and it's going to give you a much better video than the selfie camera. Also, it won't put you off, because if you have the selfie camera facing you, then you're going to be able to see yourself on the screen and you're going to be tempted to look at yourself, and you don't want to do that. So set up your camera. It might take a few attempts to get it right and get you in frame, but honestly, using your back camera is going to be so much better. Now, on to checking your work. The bit that we all hate, because we're all our own worst critics, and don't worry, I sympathise with you. I would want to film my assessment 7 million times until I get it perfect, but what you're going to realise is it's never going to be perfect. It's impossible for you to sing a song the full way through and you to love every second of it. I said this in a vlog before, but you might watch someone else's self-tape and think that is flawless, there's nothing wrong with it. However, I can assure you that they would be able to find something that they would want to do better. And I think it's important to feel like that, because that keeps us striving to be better. However, you want to find the best one and just go with that. Obviously, the amazing thing about self-taping is that you can film yourself multiple times. However, I promise you, you will go crazy if you film your song more than 10 times, because honestly, it's not going to be that much different. The setup that kind of worked for me was I did a couple of takes, I watched them back, picked a few things I wanted to improve on, filmed it a couple more times, and then just picked my favourite one out of them, because if I kept going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, I would have driven myself and my parents absolutely mental. When it also comes to checking your work, you'll probably get to a point where you have 2 or 3 takes that you think are very, very similar and that you can't decide which is best. As you continue watching them and watching them and watching them, they'll all start to merge into one and you're going to get really confused. At this point, I would personally ask someone else to watch them for you, whether that is a parent or a friend who you trust, or just someone that you know in your life who is going to be really honest with you and tell you which one is the best. And finally, the last thing to do is to submit your work. Once you have submitted your work, however you have to submit it, whether it be on YouTube, Vimeo, email, Google Drive, whatever it is, send it off and don't watch it again, because I can promise you, you'll drive yourself mental, because you'll watch it back and then realise all these things that you hate about it, and there's nothing you can do about it after that point. So personally, I would say just forget about it and don't watch it again. So that is all my tips for self-taping, online assessments, kind of a new and improved version of the last video audition one, because I feel like I have more experience now. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up to let me know that it's been helpful. If you have any request videos, please put them down in the comments. As always, ask me any questions that you have down in the comments, or DM me over on Instagram. I love chatting to you guys. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and that I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.